Hi everyone, I'm Amy and I'm joined by the lovely Bailey and our sweet little BB, and we're here to reminisce over the last 30 days. I don't know if you guys can believe it, but I can barely believe that it's been a month since our sweet little BB joined our herd, and we just wanted to fill you in on some of the milestones that we've been seeing with her along the way. So as you guys probably know by now, sweet little BB made her entrance into the world on September 28th. It was a pretty special day for us. Bailey was actually looking really normal for the day, and we weren't thinking it was going to happen, but we were prepared. But we started to see her little hooves coming out on exhibit, so we shifted her inside, and we're able to get her right onto the sand. Bailey is such a great trained giraffe. She does almost everything that we ask of her, and that day she came right inside for us. We had a sweet little baby, and she stood up, not quite on her own. We did need to go in and give her a little bit of help. She was trying really hard, but kind of got stuck in a corner. Once we stood her up, we were able to do a quick little exam on her, and we found out that her blood work was pretty healthy and she was pretty healthy, but her legs looked a little bit crooked. So throughout the month, we've been watching those legs. It took about a week for them to straighten out. It started with her right front leg getting a little bit straighter and a little bit straighter, and then her left front leg came a little bit later on. It turned out that her muscles were just really tight, we think probably because she was such a small calf. She weighed in at 116 pounds, which is pretty small for a giraffe calf, but she's been 116 pounds of spirit ever since she arrived. So since that time, she's been making really great strides. We've been able to get her on the scale a couple of times, but most of the time since then, since she's looked so healthy, we've kind of been hands-off, except for the couple of times that you guys saw we had to help her come inside. She definitely has her own personality and chooses to do whatever she wants to do for the day. Unlike her sister Viv though, she is a really good shifter. Shifting means she goes from one area to another pretty well. And whenever we put her out into the main yard, she comes right back in with her mom. Her mom will wait for her kind of off to the side. We'll give Bailey crackers and hold her still. And then the little calf will wait with the mom until everybody goes inside. And then Bailey and the calf come into their sand stall. We are going to keep her on the sand stall for quite a bit longer. It does help her with traction and her feet. She runs around quite a bit. She gets what we call the zoomies. So for those of you guys who watch her out in the yard or did watch her on the camera and here, you guys know what that looks like. She zooms around that yard at Mach speed, and she's really good at getting the other giraffes to join in with her. So we've got a couple of other little ones that became her friends right away. Viv, her one-year-old sister, is very interested in little BB. So most of the time we actually end up having to put extra treats and extra toys and extra tree branches out in the yard just so that Viv will have something else to do other than play with BB. But we thought that, you know, BB might need a little bit of a break, so we'll throw a tree branch out there, but BB then follows Viv everywhere. So those two have formed a pretty fun playing bond, whereas Mashama, one of our other giraffes, has formed a really good protective bond. He's a good big brother. He kind of stands over the top of her and guards her out in the yard quite a bit. And then the other one that surprised us a little bit with how much he liked her is Ohi. Ohi follows her everywhere. He grooms her, he plays with her tail, and they've really formed quite a good bond that way. He's so gentle with her, which I don't know why is surprising, but for a 2-year-old boy, we thought he would play a little bit more rough, and he is so good with her. Panya, on the other hand, loves to play, and she plays a little bit too hard, so we do have to monitor her interactions with Panya. Everybody else in the herd has been fairly neutral. Muziki kind of checks to make sure that they're going to come outside every day. So she'll stand in front of Bailey's stall just waiting for the calf to come out, and sometimes she waits until the calf comes out in order for her to go outside. But the baby has done quite a few other milestones already as well. So she started to eat browse. So she'll nibble on trees and tree branches and things like that. She plays, so she plays with jolly balls. She plays with her spoon chimes. She'll play with traffic cones, which is really fun. Sometimes we put them out in the yard so that they can kick them and things. And this little girl has found those to be pretty fun. And then we've gotten her moving from stall to stall inside as well. That one's been a little bit more of a challenge. She really likes the big indoor stall. So whenever she gets access to that, she kind of parks it and doesn't want to leave. And there's no place in the building where she can be where her mom can't see her and she can't see her mom, so she feels really safe. So sometimes it's a little bit hard for us to get her to go back into her play stall, but she usually does it. Once she gets tired enough, she'll go and lay on the sand. So yeah, she has been a lot of fun for us to get to know. She's very sweet. She definitely loves her mom, and her mom loves her a bunch. This is one of the best moms that we've ever seen here at Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. Bailey has just been fantastic from day number one. She's been so attentive and so protective of her, which has been really fun to see. And it's hard to tell with these guys when they're going to reach certain milestones. Every one of them is an individual, just like people are individuals. So like with her older sister Viv started doing everything at an advanced speed rate. This girl is following pretty close in her footsteps. So where Viv started nibbling on browse on day 3, this girl started doing it on week 3. It's usually month 3, so you never really know what you're gonna get with these ones. But she does still nurse regularly from her mom, and she'll probably continue to do that for at least another year or so. So when giraffe calves are first born, their head kind of comes out first, and their ossicones are meant to be smushed down on their head. And then usually they'll start to pop up over the first couple of days or the first week or so. This little girl is really cute. She doesn't have much in the way of ossicones. We don't know if they'll get bigger. Most of the time they like pop straight up. All that's there for her is hair. So she's got 2 little tufts that kind of stick out to the side. But those little hard calcified cartilage pieces that should be there, hers are kind of little nubs, which will be an easy way to tell her apart as she gets older. And then she's got some cool patterns that are on her shoulders. So if you look at her right shoulder, she's got what looks like a pinwheel. And that's a pretty cool round pattern. And then on her back left hip, she's got a little heart. So that's where we found the heart on her so far. Thank you guys so much for joining us on our 1-month update, and we will continue to keep you posted.